Welcome to Nate Kelly Tonight. I am your host, Nate Kelly. Let's jump into our top stories of the week. In Portland, there is a young lady giving out bong hits on stage out of her ass to random men. The men were lined up around the block, and it has been recorded as the worst case of bogarting ever seen. Wait, what am I looking at? That is not what I envisioned. Can we get something that looks more familiar, something that looks like I'm going to take a bong hit out of an ass? There we go, that's better. When asked why is she doing this, she said, quote, "I'm empowering women everywhere," to which a loud rumble was heard as Susan B. Anthony began furiously rolling in her grave. This is conclusive evidence that weed is indeed a gateway drug to disappointing parents and society at large. In an unrelated story, there is an outbreak of hepatitis B in Portland, Oregon. A statue of General Lee riding a horse has been torn down in Richmond, Virginia, but not before the mayor gave a speech about honoring our history. The irony was lost on the crowd. Afterwards, everyone lined up and fucked the horse in its ass. When asked why, they said, because fuck General Lee and the horse he rode in on. It is reported that AOC was extremely upset about the cruel treatment of fellow horses until she found out that it was a racist horse, and then she was okay with it. Speaking of AOC, this week she exemplified why women should not hold positions of power when she cried on the floor of Congress, "But Daddy, I wanted an Iron Dome." It is not clear at this point who Daddy is, if it is Joe Biden or maybe Mitch McConnell, but we are sure it is a dirty old man. And in Afghanistan, the family that was killed in a drone strike are reported to have said, right before dying, that it was a relief that they were not crushed in the wheel well of a C-17. When asked for comment, Joe Biden said, "Did I do that?" To which his press secretary, Jen Psaki, replied that yes, indeed he was sleep-talking, and he was fully aware that he murdered an entire family. And in Disneyland, Jessica Rabbit has been retooled to be much more boring. She will no longer wear her signature red dress, but instead a full-length trench coat. This follows the desexification of Lola Bunny in Space Jam this year, which leads me to wonder, who will young boys jerk off to and have strange feelings about? Frozen? I don't know. Not everyone's into lesbians. I think it's going to push them into hardcore Japanese anime, but that's just me. And in Britain, The Lancet, a prestigious medical journal, is under fire after describing women as bodies with vaginas to be more inclusive to the transgender community. Women are saying that it belittles them in their description, but men are saying, finally, the medical community are seeing exactly what we've known this entire time, that yes, women are just walking vaginas. And lastly, Prince Harry is at it again. He is quoted as saying, "The way you're born should not dictate your ability to survive." Coming from a man whose only accomplishment in life is being born into the right family. Believe it or not, he followed that up with an even dumber statement, quote, "What if every one of us was a raindrop?" To which Elton John was quoted as saying, "What a fag." It was the first time in all human history everyone agreed on something. Stay tuned, folks. After this commercial break, we're going to have an interview with Donald Trump and Michael Pence. Tired of running out of toilet paper while in public or live in a third world country? Ew, gross. Hate carrying around your own roll of toilet paper wherever you go? Been caught using your mask to wipe? Then we have a solution for you. It's our all-new product, Who Gives a Shirt? When you've taken a dump and totally forgot to check for toilet paper first, all you have to do is tug on these easy-to-remove sleeves, wipe your ass, and flush. That's right, sleeve it and leave it. I know what you're thinking. What if I have a bad case of the mud butts? Well, don't you worry. That's why we have 2 sleeves. And if you're planning to go to Taco Bell tonight, make sure to try our Taco Bell turtleneck. That's right, an easy to remove turtleneck makes it like having 3 sleeves. Wow! This product is a lifesaver. If I had a quarter for every time that I got stuck in the bathroom without any toilet paper and just had to walk out of there with a dirty ass, I'd have probably about $4 or $5, I tell you. And I just love this product. I give it to all my friends at Christmas time, and I haven't talked to them since then, but I'm sure they have really enjoyed it. I just love this product. I used to go through so many scarves. Now, I have like a whole new wardrobe. First, I have a long sleeve shirt, and then it's like I have a tank top. How cool is that? And my boyfriend knows when it's Taco Bell night because I got my turtleneck on. So what are you waiting for? Call today and get your order of Who Gives a Shirt. And if you call right now, we'll throw in a free Taco Bell turtleneck. You better hurry, supplies won't last, just like that toilet paper. Welcome back to the show. We're going to jump into our interview with Donald Trump and Michael Pence. Now, Donald Trump, let's be honest, when you first started campaigning, no one believed that you would actually make it to the White House. What was the first thought that went through your head when you first stepped into the White House as president?
Not supposed to be here.
I'm sure many people felt the exact same way. You've been a campaigning machine for years now. What is the main thing that you hear from people out on the campaign trail?
He's got really weird hair.
That is not hard to believe. Now, you've made a lot of campaign promises during that time, and a lot of those you've actually been able to keep. But there was one very famous one that you just weren't able to keep, and that was the promise that Mexico would build the wall and pay for it. Now, how did you imagine that would go?
Okie dokie, no problemo.
And Mr. Pence, what did you think when you heard this promise?
You're a retard.
Mexico didn't pay for the wall, but the border was in a lot better condition than it is right now. We are seeing thousands of illegal immigrants crossing over the border and having nowhere to go, no food. What do you say to those people? What should they expect whenever they come across the border, entering this country illegally?
You're gonna end up eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
That is a very accurate picture you paint, I believe. Mr. Pence, did you want to add something?
He's a big dumb animal, isn't he, folks?
Thanks for your input, Mr. Pence. Now, Mr. Trump, during the last year of your presidency, it was a rocky road. You had the COVID-19 virus, and one of the other big problems was all the riots in the cities and the confrontations between BLM and the police. Can you tell me, did you learn anything about the problems facing the black communities at the time? And if so, what?
I'm the man, Whitey, and you guys are the victims of a tyrannical, racist, oppressive society.
That's right. There we go.
Man, that sucks!
So what answer do you think the black community has for these problems?
Kill Whitey!
Seems like a reasonable answer to me. Okay, changing subjects. During the last presidential election, how did you two feel about Joe Biden?
He seems like a nice guy.
This is the guy trying to put you out in the street, and all you can say is, he seems like a nice guy.
He does.
It's no secret that you're actively campaigning for your run in 2024. What type of messaging do you have for the people of the United States?
I'll turn this damn bus around.
I like that. Using the same metaphor, can you describe what our country is like with you behind the wheel?
Like, let's say you're driving along the road with your family, and you're driving along, la-li-la, woo, and then all of a sudden there's a truck tire in the middle of the road, and you hit the brakes.
Whoa, that was close.
Okay, and what do you feel like the country is like with Joe Biden behind the wheel?
You're driving along, and all of a sudden the kids are yelling from the back seat, I gotta go to the bathroom, Daddy. Not now, damn it. Truck tire. I can't stop. Help! There's a cliff. And your family's screaming, oh my God, we're burning alive.
So you're saying the Democrats have wrecked our country?
Wrecked him, damn near killed him.
Okay, so let's get to the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the results of the last election. What happened, Mr. Trump?
Voter fraud.
Sir, the Supreme Court refused to hear your arguments. Why do you think we should listen to you if they wouldn't?
I got proof this time. Real proof.
And Mr. Pence, what was your reaction after these charges of voter fraud?
So let's call off Operation One of Us is Crazy and go our separate ways.
Maybe we should move on. Now, Mr. Trump, you're still drawing huge crowds to rallies. What are you saying at these events?
We've all been screwed.
Is that it?
You gotta fight for your right to vote.
Yes, that is a catchy phrase, but do you have anything of substance to say?
'Cause I'm born in the USA.
Yes, I think we get the point, sir. Okay, so as we end this interview,
I'm gonna go ask directions to our next huge, embarrassing failure.
You're a huge, embarrassing failure.
What?
No, that.
and that's our show. Thanks for joining us at Nate Kelly Tonight. Check back for another video real soon.